just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Off of play action, Luck. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A good start offensively, 15 yards on the game's initial play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he is met in. Tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Out of the gun, Luck. And that'll be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Luck. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Let's go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Luck. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Got to give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And some room to maneuver. And out across midfield down to the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now this defense for the Commanders very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young Caesar.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
Right back to Brown. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Ball trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Luck. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I'd say that he learned from his costly red zone pick earlier in the game because this time he puts the throw away from where any defender can make a play on it. Unfortunately, he also sailed it over his intended target, and that doesn't work out well either.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Second down and goal. Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot. It's third down.
Man coverage on the outside. This kind of report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 7-7, our score after 1. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They look to throw. Steps away to his left. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Luck on first down. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Back to to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Open man downfield is Sanders. He's got him.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. On the toss, this is Jim Brown. And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for a squad.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. As he runs his way for 9 that time. Even with a third of just a few inches. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, going for Sanders downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Off play action. Ball. He's got a man. Complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ball. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too well in that department. He's certainly not a guy that drops off the ball very often.
Indeed, because that's a good exercise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people are bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Running right, here's Brown. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. From the 50, it's Luck. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 2nd and 10, Luck. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Ball. Flush to his right. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they're going to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's locked. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now it's locked. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The final shot before the break. Lock. He's going to go up top again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep it on the ground again and around. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here he gives the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. To throw on 3rd down. Ball. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On fourth down, Locke. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Clock throwing again. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards.
And as you saw right there, this has got a pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
From the red zone now, Locke. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. Ball. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now again, left side, Brown with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Brown. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Looking to throw. Ball. And that is incomplete.
One thing you always see out there with tight end is a good concentration when the ball's in the air. I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it, and that ball's up for grabs.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And he'll send the tight end in motion left. They give it to Brown. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fourth down. Ball. It's caught by Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Handing it off to Brown. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
This is Brown. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19, right here. Come 19, come 19. 19 light.
Back to throw. Ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that
he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
From the end zone, Lott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. In motion goes the tight end.
Another run for Brown on second down.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Ball. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On 4th down, ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. So nursing a slim lead, and that is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Yeah, interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpires.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Here's Locke. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
First down carry for Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Go, track.
it's Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Rolling to his right.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts
as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. This is Brown on the carry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Chuck that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking a question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now a carry for Brown. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So for Philadelphia, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.